South Africans have had persistent electricity price hikes for more than a decade, but still the country faces chronic power shortages. In the latest round, the National Energy Regulator granted an almost 10% increase, making it simply unaffordable for many.
I stay in a village called Lower Cala in Cala. That village, almost every hut has a connection to the grid. But many of those people still fetch wood, they still have coal, they still have paraffin, because electricity can only be used for lighting. It's too expensive to use it for any other thing.
Energy poverty came into sharp focus at the Africa Energy Indaba in Cape Town. It's one of the biggest challenges for the country and most of the continent. Africa is now looking at greener alternatives.
When you look at the potential rollout of solar and wind in conjunction with something like storage or gas, those projects can be rolled out quite quickly and quite easily. When you look at the current logistics and maintenance nightmares we're having with coal plants and the cost overruns, you start to realize that maybe coal isn't as easy as we might think it is.
South Africa is working on a policy framework to ensure a move to a greener economy can be done with the least socio-economic damage.
Developing the economy, growing the people, making people afford a better life, and if you don't do that, you're not going to succeed. You can give out as much social grants as you can. Energy poverty cannot be resolved through that.
Africa is rich in the renewable energy resources such as sun and wind. We're also rich in the fossil fuel resources such as coal. And a lot of African countries have been dependent on coal. So it's finding that balance of how we transition justly and smoothly with a social conscience to make sure that we also ensure that as we move from coal, those communities and those industries that have been dependent on coal for so many years are taken care of.
More than 600 million people, which is half of Africa's population, do not have access to electricity. Steps to address the scarcity of power have been eroded by the COVID-19 pandemic. The Russia-Ukraine crisis is likely to impact further as global petroleum supply comes under pressure.